what does intimacy look like for you? And like have that conversation with your partner, right? And like just defining like, what do we want this to look like? What would we like our connection to look like, right? In an ideal world, and how can we start even taking a small step closer toward that. One exercise I really love, and I've learned this from one of my teachers, Layla Martin, is fears, loves, and desires. So it's like you and your partner sit down and you just have like a dedicated, kind of check-in time with one another. And it's an active listening type thing, right? Which I think is really important to practice sometimes, where you're not having a back and forth, right? Where like someone is speaking and the other person's just listening. And you'll go and the first person, let's say it's you and me doing it, right? And like you would ask me, what are you afraid of? And I would just keep talking and talking and talking. And then, for 2-3 minutes. But if I stop in the middle of that, you say, thank you. What are you afraid of? And you just keep holding space for me to talk, right? And a lot of times you don't realize how much 2 or 3 minutes of just like being given the floor, like how deep and how quick you can go into a place of what you're really afraid of, right? Like, I'm afraid of losing you. I'm afraid that like you don't find me sexy anymore. I'm afraid that, we're headed for divorce. I'm afraid, right? Like, and you get to these parts, right? And then the next part is, what do you love about me? You would ask me that. And I would say, oh, well, I really love how kind you are and how thoughtful you are, right? And you share, kind of do that for 2 to 3 minutes. Then the next part is desire. What do you desire? What do you really want, right? And I get to say what I really desire, what I really want. And it's really just holding the space. And the only response is, thank you. And you just keep holding the space for the person. Then you switch, and I would ask you all those same questions and you would get all that time.
This practice is so powerful, and it will bring your love back if you feel like you've lost it. It'll make you feel more in love because it gives you a container, like a space to share those things that are challenging and an opportunity to share all the most beautiful things with your partner.
This is intimacy in action right here, right? This is like a form and a way to connect that maybe is more comfortable for some people, right? If like they're feeling like, I don't know if I can really say what I want to say or, express what I want to express in the relationship. It's a platform that's designed for you just to be able to say, this is what I'm afraid of right now, or what's like kind of challenging for me. This is what I really love about you. And this is what I desire kind of moving forward. And it gives each person a chance and the equal amount of space to really be vulnerable, to be seen, to be held by the other person. You can do this in friendships, you can do this in, romantic partnerships, but it's like doing even just little exercises like that, I find can really just build such a beautiful connection between two people, because it's full exposure, it's expression of like our deepest core selves, whether that is sexually, whether that is emotionally, right? And like for a lot of people, having that conversation might feel more comfortable than maybe diving right into a physical part of it, right into sex, right? Because that might feel like too much. And so like, can we even just start with like talking about where you are and being honest and having the floor to not have an argument, but just for both of you to say what's on your heart.